Guys, good morning. So today is Monday, so open naman yung market. Di ba sabi nakaka-excite yung Monday? Most of the time, exciting yan for traders, but for employees, they don't like Mondays. Just like me, kasi empleyado din naman ako before. I don't like Mondays. Parang, tapos na yung weekend. But for traders, they're super excited with Mondays. So kaabang-abang tong week na to kasi nagkaroon tayo ng data from last week. We're in dalawang malalakas na data to, job report and CPI. Job report is more on sinusukat dito kung gaano karami nadagdag na trabaho, kung gaano karami nawalan ng trabaho. And sa CPI naman, dito kina-calculate and binibigyan tayo ng information kung kamusta yung inflation. So most of the time, si Fed, kumbaga yung counterpart ng Pilipinas ng Bangko Sentral, sa US naman, it's Fed. Federal Reserve, wherein dun sila nagdedesisyon or nagiging basis ng decision nila when it comes to rate cut. So, yung rate cut na yun naman yung kadalasan inaabangan ng mga traders. So, yung silipin natin, guys. Last week, ito, nagkaroon tayo dito ng NFP. Ito. So, ang naging data natin, in general, average hourly earnings, dagdag na sahod ng mga tao. Non-farm payroll, which is mean, ito naman yung mga bagong trabaho na nadagdag and then yung mga nawalan ng trabaho. Unemployment rate. So, here it gives us a bullet and favorable data for USD. That is why nagkaroon din ng drop sa gold. So this was February 11, Wednesday. And if you're gonna be checking dito sa ating chart, February 11. So, ito yung naging resulta niya, guys. Hindi masyado ganun ka-massive yung naging result ng NFP because though nagkaroon daw dito ng 130,000 new jobs, which is better than expected kasi ito 66,000 lang ang expectation ng forecast eh. However, naging resulta is 130,000. However, kahit 130,000 and malaki yung naging resulta, hindi pa rin to ganun ka-massive. Kasi normally, hindi pa rin to ganun kaganda na job report. That is why, ang naging resulta dito sa ating gold is hindi naman ganun ka-massive. Parang nagkaroon actually ng indecision sa area na to, noong Feb 11. Now, let's check the Feb 13, which is the Friday. Uy, Friday the 13 pala to. So, ayan, nagkaroon tayo dito ng core CPI news here. So, ang naging resulta was actually worse than expected. Ayan o. So, bumaba ang inflation. They were expecting that's gonna go up to 0.3 or stays at 0.3. However, it went down to 0.2 and 2.4 for year on year. So, that's for our core CPI. CPI, ayan, 9:30 p.m. Last Friday, Feb 13. So, ang naging massive result niyan was this one. It went bullish. So, it printed two massive, malalaking body ng candlesticks. So, since it's not favorable for US dollar, what happened was, umakyat si gold last Friday. And now, kung mapapansin nyo, nagkaroon tayo ng massive drop when the market opens this Monday. So, nagkaroon siya ng malaking drop. And it's not because of any news, but because of taking profit ng mga traders yan. So, pag open ng Monday, ayan guys, bumagsak na siya ng tuloy-tuloy. Yan. Bumagsak na siya, guys. Pero we don't have to worry because it's more of like position adjustments, meaning traders are taking profits or they're like reducing the exposure after the recent move up. So parang ganito siya. Umakyat si gold recently, yung mga nakabay, kumita na sila. So nagbenta na muna sila to lock their profits. So ang naging resulta nito is nagkaroon siya ng slight drop sa presyo. But the more important thing here is, syempre, yung CPI na lumabas last Friday. So, nakita nyo naman kanina pinakita ko, diba, yung naging resulta niya is actually softer than expected. Meaning, yung inflation is actually cooling. When you say cooling, medyo relax yung inflation, hindi siya umaakyat ng sobra. So, dahil dito, the market is expecting na si Federal Reserve, possible na magkaroon ng rate cut this 2026 because si inflation is actually stable naman. Kasi the only time lang naman na mapipigilan si Fed na mag-stop ng rate cut or mag-cut ng rate kapag yung inflation hindi makontrol. Pero since so far okay naman siya, cooling naman siya, ayan, so expected na baka possible na siyang magkaroon ng rate cut. So ngayon, possible daw na magkaroon ng rate cut this coming June or July, so mid-year. So I think nakapag-retire na si Jerome Powell nun kasi I believe ang retirement niya would be on May. So he will be replaced by a new Fed chair. So that's gonna be another big thing. They're seeing na magkakaroon pa ng dalawang rate cut this year. And as you all know, last year, doon tayo pumaldo ng sobra Nung nalaman ng mga markets na or ng mga traders na, uy, magkakaroon ng rate cut. Normally, yung mga traders, they buy the rumors and sell the news. So, kapag may rumors pa lang na ganyan na, kumbaga babagsak or aakyat si gold, or magbabagsak ng rates, yung rumor pala na yon, yung mga traders, they're already buying in. Kasi guys, kapag yung interest rate is mas mababa, or binaba ng Fed yung interest rate, possible, syempre, yung dollar will be weaker kasi hindi na siya ganun ka-enticing. Kasi like, you have to look at it as if you're an investor. You put yourself as in the perspective of an investor. If you saw that the bank or BDO, say for BDO nagbaba siya ng interest rate. Then, parang for you, ay, ayoko na muna mag-invest kay BDO kasi ang baba na interest rate. Same with US dollar. Kapag nagbaba sila ng interest rate, hindi na siya ganun ka-enticing for investors. So, ang mangyayari sa US dollars, since umonti yung demand, bababa rin yung kanyang value. So, the dollar will become weaker. So, that's how it normally happens. So, ang nangyayari, since yung US dollar is no longer attractive, yung mga investors, they will look for something else na medyo mas attractive or siguro mas safe. Kasi parang, ay, ayoko na muna maglagay sa US dollar kasi medyo indecisive, parang magulo pa, ayoko pa, uncertain pa, 'di ba? Ang baba pa ng interest rate. So maghanap na lang muna ako ng pinaka-safe na asset, which is si gold. Isa sa mga pinaka-safe na asset 'yan. Hindi siya nag-earn ng interest, but it's very attractive kasi you can never go wrong with gold. Most central banks, gold talaga yung kanilang reserve. So fundamentally speaking, we have data na supportive kay gold. So right now, technically speaking, kung mapapansin nyo, yung market is nagko-consolidate siya sa area na to. So we have an area of value wherein ito yung ating support and we also have here a resistance. So mapapansin nyo, yung market is moving from this support up here to sa resistance and then nag-bounce here sa support and possibly mag-bounce here sa resistance. So it's moving sideways. So if the market would continue supporting this support, ayan, defending this support, then possibly yan, magtuloy-tuloy pa rin to umakyat. Or what we can possibly wait here is this price would break this resistance. So if itong resistance ito would be broken and let's mag-create siya ng retest, then possibly akit na siya dito sa ating all-time high ulit. Yan. So, yun yung mga possible na mangyari. Given na meron tayong data na favorable kay gold. So, the confirmation that you could possibly consider is the breakout sa resistance na to. Kasi guys, ito matibay ito na resistance. Kung mapapansin nyo, several times na yan binlock or nag-react yung presyo dyan. Nag-react yung presyo dito, nag-react yung presyo dito, and now it's reacting again here. And now possibly, magka-create na naman to and another reaction na naman. But if itong resistance na to, finally, mabroken niya, ayan, mabreak niya guys, matibay na resistance na to, then we could probably look at it as something na confluence natin para masabi na si gold would go up na. So, kung mahaba ang pasensya mo, pwede mo antayin yan. And the possible setup dito para hindi ka ma-fake out is maglagay ka ng buy stop somewhere. So, this is swing setup guys medyo matagal to. You put your SL somewhere below the resistance, at least mga 30 pips or 40 pips. So, possible, dito tayo maglagay ng here, buy stop siguro. Buy stop. So, ito, pwede tayo mag-buy stop dito. Bakit tayo nag-buy stop dito? Kasi we need to confirm na meron na talagang momentum. The only way for us to check na magkakaroon ng momentum is kapag na-break niya tong ating resistance na to. So, we do not buy up until si gold would give us a confirmation na meron ng bullish momentum. Otherwise, if yung market will still become indecisive and mag-react siya dito sa resistance na to and mag-bounce siya dito pababa, then we have to wait for another confluence na naman. So, ganun talaga sa trading. Patience is the key. That's why sobrang importante na we have to wait for confirmation. So, kung mabigyan tayo ng gold na confirmation na meron na tayong bullish momentum at break niya, ang resistance around roughly mga 5,031 na price sa gold, then let's go for buy. O, huwag niyo kalimutan mag-antay din ng retest. Kasi normally, kapag nagkakaroon ng breakout, mag-retest po yan. Pero syempre sa mga aggressive, bahala kayo. So, ayun guys for today. Ngayon pupunta akong campus kasi we'll have our video shoot soon. Magkakaroon tayo kasi ng mga self-paced classes. Most especially sa mga professionals na gusto mag-aral ng trading pero walang oras pumunta sa campus, walang oras mag-attend ng mga online classes natin. So, ito na para sa inyo.